now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go! Listen.
Jada, gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the black box. Black box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Snakewood and that Puzzle. Big shout out to my SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
7 C's, 3 G's, navigated with ease. Come along and take a ride with me, please. Y'all see the title. I really enjoyed this movie. Some of y'all who haven't seen it, a little bit younger, go back and watch it. I know you know about Friday, Minister Society, Baby Boy, but this is also a hood classic. And I think it's Art of Dialogue. He on there talking about, hey, it wasn't that safe to make it out there in Texas, make this movie. And I think this would be some interesting content. So with no further ado, let's see what the crew of Jason Lyrics, Bokeem, Woodbine in particular, have been up to.
Bokeem, Woodbine, happy to have you, my man.
Good to be here, bro.
Yes, indeed. I've been trying to get you for a while now, man. I'm a big fan of your work, man.
Oh, thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you, man. Yeah, congrats on everything you're doing, man. You know, I see Art of Dialogue everywhere. Everywhere I'm constantly seeing that. Good branding.
Oh, man, appreciate that, man. That means a lot coming from you. But I got to ask you, me looking at your backdrop, amazing backdrop, man. Hawaii, what made you move out there?
I needed that. I needed, you know, from Harlem to Hollywood to Honolulu. I needed the change, you know what I'm saying, brother? It was something that kind of just spoke to me.
Y'all know I like alliteration. Harlem, Hollywood, Honolulu. That was hard. Oh, mama.
During the pandemic, when I had a lot of time to just be, and while I was just existing with no work, no lines to memorize, no deadlines, no call time to respond to, I just started asking myself if I felt like where I was where I wanted to raise my little people. And, you know, it dawned on me that I wanted to give them an opportunity to have a different perspective. And so the Wefe and we conspired to get them up out of there and give them a different perspective. And that's why we've been here. It'll be 5 years in November.
How you like it?
I love it, brother. I love it, man. It's different in the sense that now when I go to an airport to go on assignment or something, it's loud to me. You know what I mean? Being just in the airport is loud to me. If I have a connecting flight, which a lot of flights are connecting, for me coming from this location, it takes like a while to adjust to being around so many people. And everybody seems like they're feeling a very intense emotion, whatever it is. And, you know, I'm so laid back on such a, you know, thorough and regular, consistent basis that it always kind of makes me feel like, wow, you know, everything is so intense once you get off the island. So I feel blessed.
When I was younger and wore a bald head, people used to always tell me I look like this fool. But y'all, for those who are familiar with my former look, tell me if you see it at all, or was they tripping? Oh, my mama.
I feel supremely blessed because I'll go away for like 4 months on assignment or something, or even little short jaunts. Like recently, I was just doing some press for something. So the only time I really got off island in the past like 14 months is a few times I went to Tokyo, you know what I'm saying, just to build with some folks and just eat some delicious food. And then I went on these these like press tour junkets. And other than that, I've been on the island for about 14 months, man. So my speed has just shifted. I've downshifted speed wise. I'm like this, you know.
Yeah, I gotta go out there one day, man. Everything I heard about Hawaii, man, is positive. So I definitely.
Don't go scuba diving. It's not as graceful as it look on cartoons and TV. It's not just finna be gliding and going, man. That shit, it almost died. It's a video about it on this channel right here. Go check it out. Oh, my mama.
Definitely got to make my way out there. But I want to ask you, right? Me being a guy from Houston, Jason Leary, you shot that in Houston, right? In Third Ward?
I remember I got the call way back in, this had to be 93. Oh, no, not even 93. Oh, yeah, no, about 93. In 1993, I believe.
I graduated high school in 1993.
1993. My agent at the time said, you know, they're interested in you for this one role, and they're circling around you for this one project. And basically it came down to me and one other cat, and I had to go to Houston to find out if, you know, I got the role by auditioning, going basically like head up against this other cat, and they wanted to see how our chemistry was with Alan Payne. And so we had to do chemistry reads. We had to kind of like just basically compete for the role. So they flew us both into Houston. They knew they wanted to do it in Houston, but they didn't know which of us they wanted to go with. And so we had to compete for the role. And yeah, I ended up going my way. And then I ended up having one of the most educational and exciting experiences in my career.
A lot of people would say you made the movie, sir. You played a hell of a role. Salute. Congratulations. Oh, my mama. Especially now, to see how laid back, calm, articulate you are really makes me appreciate the role you play even more so than you did your shit. And what's that she net? It was you and the boy old dog. Damn. You killed that too when you fucked off the lick though. Oh my. You a hell of an actor, man. Oh God.
Working on Jason's Lyric, because it was my first time working in a feature film that really gave me something to do. I'd worked on Crooklyn prior to that, which is a feature film. And but I didn't really have anything to do in that project, you know. I think maybe I had one line or one or two lines. So it was a good experience, you know, working with a great director like Spike Lee. But Jason's Lyric was the first time I had an opportunity to really do something, and I knew it was going to be a feature-length film. So it was very exciting for me.
Dead Presidents. That's the movie he was in with old dog, Lorenz Tate.
Yeah, I remember you making a comment in an interview before about your character in that movie, saying that it was a stretch.
A little of a stretch, you said?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, it was not a little of a stretch. I mean, you know, the thing is there's so many regional differences based upon where I grew up and where my character was from. There's certain fundamental major, you know, paradoxes in this young man's approach to life that, you know, me as an individual, I never really dealt with that kind of confusion. This is
Man, I don't believe I've ever heard him speak at length like this, bro. And just seeing how different his personality is from that character, man. He's a hell of an actor, man. Yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm glad I reacted to this. Yes, sir.
a very confused young man. You know what I mean? So me, I was really clear about what I wanted out of life at that age. And the character I was playing just was all over the place and just didn't really know what he wanted out of life. And so if you don't even know what you really want out of life, it's almost impossible to get it. And if you stumble into it, you'll probably ruin it because you don't know its value. And so I was trying to
Woo! Bars.
really be honest about what he must have felt like being so confused. And to answer your question, to get back to what you were saying, yeah, we're very different. It was a huge stretch for me to try to become that person.
Shooting at the Third Ward, how was that like?
Before he answers that question, Art, I would like to ask him, or I wish you would have asked him, how does it feel to be a supporting cast member, but then still the movie? Kind of like Old Dog did. It doesn't happen all the time because his character is not the main character. Payne is. So, but his role was the role, unlike Bishop and Juice. Bishop carried the movie, but he was also the main character. This is a lot different. This is a supporting cast member that steals the show.
We were in third and fifth ward. Yeah. Yeah.
Then again, it may have been designed that way as well. Because his character was written, it was the most pulverizing character, and there was an underlying love story that Payne had to hold down. But his character was the catalyst of the movie.
Let's just say, I used to wander away from set sometimes because I wanted to get a sense of where I was in relation to the character I was playing. And I gave them heart attacks. They kept trying to impress upon me, this is not the kind of place you could just be walking around aimlessly. You know what I mean? But I did. And as I got to see the people and the environment, and I got to see, how so many people were able to hold their heads with so much dignity, even though clearly, this was a challenging environment to grow up in. That really inspired me. You know what I mean? Like, it's possible to have grace in even the most challenging circumstances and environments. And I was really impressed by the community that I saw there. Because it was a rugged town. It's a rugged, it's a rugged piece of real estate right there.
Yeah, you said it was hard on the eyes, looking at the conditions you was around.
Yeah. Some of the best barbecue I ever had in my life was in Houston, though, I have to say. I still haven't had barbecue quite as good as that. Some of the best barbecue I've ever had in my life.
How was it like working with Jada, a young Jada at that?
Oh, she's great. She was just super prepared, man. She's a pro, you know what I mean? She had it together. And a good sense of humor, too. She had a good sense of humor. Easy to work with, easy to work with. No issues.
Classic movie. And it's a little sad, too, that scene where you getting beat on.
Yeah, that was fun. Treach is merciless. Treach is merciless. He was having a blast doing that. Oh man, that's my brother for life. But it was so funny. He was having a good time.
Treach played a hell of a role too. He was G'd up, bro. My mama.
Beat me up.
They did him bad though with them camera angles from the top showing his hair was thinning. Think he probably chopped it shortly after that. Oh, I know he didn't like that, boy. They came from the top with that camera and showed the top of his dome. With that crop, boy, the parts was wide as
It was hot too, man. That was a hot day, brother. I remember now clearly. It was hot because we were in a garage. There's something about, the garages like where they have, it's almost like aluminum siding or like that hot metallic roof, and I don't know, some kind of way it it just makes it hotter when you're inside a garage like that. And we weren't getting any kind of ventilation.
Especially with all them lights. So that's why it was easy to get that sweaty look and for you to look so stressed out, I guess. That's it all played in.
I was not a fun day. Everybody was having a good time with me.
Would you say that you being a Jason Lyric, your career went up after being in that movie? Because I mean, you killed that role.
Appreciate it, brother. You know, I can't really say. I would say the first, you know, maybe 6 years. The first 6 years, I was on a nice run. And Jason's Lyric definitely gave me some momentum. And then there was a picture that came not too long after that called Dead Presidents. Gave me a nice boost as well.
Because in Dead Presidents, he was down there the older dude. You know, he had came home from the service. He had a similar, like, he was on a lick. And in Jason Lyrics, he was on a lick. He fucked off the lick in Jason Lyric, and he fucked off the lick in Dead Presidents. That's crazy.
So those were two very pivotal, instrumental projects for me early on. And they were within the first 5 pictures I ever made. So the diversity of content was something that really inspired me, because Jason's Lyric was something that had to do with, from my, you know, perspective, you know, confused young man who was just, he just never really got the help he needed, I think, you know what I mean? Because of the horror that he had experienced so early in life. He never really got the kind of meticide, you know what I mean? Like the healing that would help him. So that's one guy. And then you have another guy who came from a very religious, strict, you know, background, but, you know, never really wanted for anything, who enlists in the Marine Corps and becomes a savage, basically, like a beast. And then when that's over, he goes back to, you know, a very codified lifestyle and becomes a preacher. You know what I mean? So those are very different roles for me.
But they both tried to be jackers, though. Did you notice that, though, Bokeem?
And so I remember at that time thinking, wow, this is such a breadth of you know, material for me to take on as a challenge. It was a very inspiring time in the beginning.
Later, like, get it later. Don't even trip right now. Yeah. I'm more fatal than a twirling tornado. No, I'm playing. But that's hip hop. From the ES shooting on the set to CBS shooting on the set. This time I ain't mad at the cold case. Fact check, fake tats of the old face. No records, still did numbers. Plats grew like weeds this summer. It's been on ever since I paroled. When me and Master P got blows, California. Tell Raj what's happening. Ask what I'm doing, tell him I'm just rapping. Don't just son, give a fuck what you think of it. Broke a little bread with my bank brothers. I still look out for the rollers. You get it later, look out for the rollers. I caught a cold case, then I paroled. Accidentally don't just son, damn I was low. Every day it's a new episode. Ever since a young man I was told, no matter what happens, stick to the script. Scrapping a cabin, stick to the script. Rapping or acting, stick to the script. Now it's lights, camera, action, I stick to the script. I'm no soprano, more like a baritone or a tenor. No pasta for dinner. Hijacking airplanes, shooting a pilot. Till they holler cut, we just shooting a pilot. Producers choose when I walk in the room. All I gotta do is talk in the boom. If the script ain't tight, Spider gon' hike. I'm like, damn, now the riders on strike. They done let the sagger and sag. They tell me since you got the swagger, then swag sounds stupid. Calling something this handsome ugly. It don't look good cause the camera love me. Black, white, Latin, it all be ass. They see me on the screen so they call me Cash. Might say CJ or Delante. I feed them well, my meat be the entree. I caught a cold case, then I paroled. Accidentally domed the sun, damn I was low. Every day it's a new episode. Ever since a young man I was told, no matter what happens, stick to the script. Scrapping a cabin, stick to the script. Rapping or acting, stick to the script. Now it's lights, camera, action, I stick to the script. You'll get it later once you see the visual. Meantime, you should see the residuals. Money guaranteed like COD. Hollywood look good for my POV. Nowadays, hip-hop boo-boo commercial. Don't do that, but I do commercials. Catch me on rollers with a brick in the panel. When that go off, keep flicking the channel. Satellite, Comcast, DirecTV, anything HD, expect to see me. Might get an Emmy before I get a Grammy. Hustler, I was born with it in me. Came in the game to tell my vision. Now you see my name on the television. Life like a trip, trying to get to the grip. Don't flip for the chips, stick to the script. I caught a cold case, then I paroled. Accidentally domed the sun, damn I was low. Every day it's a new episode. Ever since a young man I was told, no matter what happens, stick to the script. Scrapping a cabin, stick to the script. Rapping or acting, stick to the script. Now it's lights, camera, action, I stick to the script.
Snakewood and that hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
It was SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
Spider Low.
Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the? Spider Low. Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nightblood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nightblood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, cred.
Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Before you bounce about the black box, hit that video on your screen. You got one more in YouTube said that's the one on my mama. Jada.